The Centre is a children's charity which was established in 1977 to bring inner city children into the countryside to give them an opportunity to enjoy the benefits of fresh air. And the project has grown from there. We provided for something like 15 years free work experience placements for every secondary school in South West Herts. So we had 18 schools sending us pupils for a week or 2 weeks at a time. The people that weren't sending were the ones who were excluded from school. So there was this whole group of kids who I've always been interested in, the ones who get left behind by the system and who are not stupid. They just need somebody to get hold of them and put them into a setting where they can perform. They're not maladjusted children, they're maladjusted to a classroom situation. The classroom situation is what they can't handle, and if you can take them out of that and still get them to learn, then obviously you're doing them something that's some value.
I was out of school for about 2 years because I couldn't get transport there. After that, I finally got away to school, finished my GCSEs, and they asked, I wanted to go to Connections, and when I went there they offered me a college course and they asked me what I'd be interested in. I said, if you can, then I'd like to be interested in animal care. So Connections had a look around for me and found this place, so I came on a little tour, liked what I saw, and then started the course as a student. I'm on the qualification of level 2 diploma on animal care. I mainly just look after the animals, and all different types of animals. Each day when we come on farm we get given a different set. I'll get given birdies, furries or farm animals.
They go through a whole routine of animal care, and it starts off on the basis that they're taking responsibility for the welfare of those animals. If they don't turn up, or if they are late or whatever, then the animals are late getting fed, or maybe they don't get fed at all. So that puts that initial responsibility on them. And then they're also learning skills about that employers are looking for, about being able to work in part of a team, being able to have good timekeeping, working for somebody else. So all those lessons they're learning on a day-by-day basis in an actual practical working situation, which I think makes a lot of difference. It's made the existing staff feel very much more professional because they have become qualified as assessors. So they're having to look at their practice as well and make sure that every time they're doing something that they've got this audience of students who are looking around and saying, well, if that's what they do, that's what I want to do. Although they've got more skills and they've got able to get a good job reference from what they've done with us, that was as far as it went. And of course then the recession came along and then these kids were going to be pushed to the bottom of the pile again. So the chance to actually offer them employment was, on a kind of, it was a selective basis, but it was selected on the basis of the people who had managed to take advantage of the training in the first place. So the apprentices that we have now came from that.
I'm an apprentice in animal care, and I just generally maintain the animals' health and environment. I was on a programme last year helping me try and get into a working environment, and they rang me up after I'd left and just said, we've heard about a position, an apprenticeship, and we think you'd be great for it. I had to go to an interview and thorough training as well. You get health and safety was the very, very first thing I did. So they need to make sure that you know what you're doing.
They're in a unique position. They're getting paid £95 a week. They're working 4 days a week. They've got a full diploma level training course, level 2 training course in small animal care. So they've kind of leaped ahead of some of their contemporaries. So we're quite happy about that, really. Darren, when he came to us, he could not look anybody in the eye. He was curled up in a chair. He would sit. People would ask him questions. He wouldn't answer. He didn't respond. Put him with some animals, and he started to grow. And part of that growth then meant he had to talk to people about someone he was interested in.
When we're open, we have to deal with the customers, and talking to the customers, talking about the animals and everything, that's what's helped me get over the autism and start being more sociable to people.
Because employment is becoming such a huge issue, unless these youngsters who haven't succeeded in the classroom get skills somewhere else, then they are going to be left behind and they're going to be a problem for the future.
It's very, if they got the opportunity, it's very rare that things like this come around, because this has been an ambition of mine since I was a child, and I just thought, well, there's nowhere that you can really get without going to college or going to uni and learning about it. So if you're offered it, do it, because it's good fun. And so if you get to know all the animals, and it's just really rewarding.
These are our children, they're not just other people's children. They're part of our society. If we don't look after them, then they are not going to survive, and they're going to become a problem, and they're going to become a cost. And I think for employers, anybody who's got the opportunity to give these kids an opportunity should take that up and not just have this kind of closed view